welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily Nostroza. How are you guys doing? So in today's video, I will be sharing 9 ways as to how you can stand out in your job search. So I know that with COVID-19 and with the whole online recruiting thing going on, it just makes it more difficult to find a job, and I'm sure a lot of people are just stressed or concerned over this upcoming recruiting process and just what the job search is going to be like. I hope these tips can be helpful to you and can help you to ultimately land your dream job. Alright, so let's jump right into the video with tip number 1, and that is to have a positive attitude. Keep in mind that it only takes 7 seconds for someone to get a first impression of you. So you want to make sure that during your recruiting process, when someone looks at you, you want to make the best possible first impression. And you can make a great first impression by having positive energy, having a good attitude, smiling, being confident, being excited to meet and get to know people, putting yourself out there, and then most importantly, showing some drive and passion for learning more about that career or learning more about that company. And I know that with online recruiting, people can't look at you like they would normally in person, but through the camera, people can still sense that positive energy, that excitement. They can see you smiling, they can see that you sound confident. So you want to make sure that you show that good body language and then speak clearly and confidently so that people can get this positive vibe and positive attitude from you. Tip number 2 is to do your research. So you want to be able to explain what you want to do and why, as well as why you want to work at that company. Make sure to do thorough research. The more research that you do, the more that you will know and the better that you will look. And you can simply do your research by looking through their website, following the company on LinkedIn, attending any of their webinars or online events, reading through discussions or forums, and also by connecting with professionals who work at that company. Overall, you want to demonstrate that you did your research, that you know what the company does, you know what their culture is, and that you know why you would be a good fit at that company. Recruiters want to see that you are not only confident in pursuing that career, but that you are also confident in pursuing and wanting to work at that company. Tip number 3 is to show how you will add value. So you want to make sure that you can explain not only why the company is a perfect fit for you, but also why you would be a perfect fit for that company and for that job role. You want to be able to fit the needs of the company and fulfill the criteria of the job role that you are applying to. By knowing exactly what the company is looking for, you can better tailor your story and tailor your experiences to show that you are the perfect fit for that role and that you can add value in that job role. In addressing how you will add value, think about your strengths and your background. What experiences do you have that you can share with the company and help make them better? Tip number 4 is to connect with internal people. You don't want to be just a number out of those thousands of applicants that apply to that company. Ideally, you want to be someone who gets referred or who gets acknowledged by the recruiter or the professional during the recruiting and the screening process. Networking and just connecting with various professionals is very important for helping you get that job. But most importantly, what's really going to help you stand out is connecting and developing relationship with a person who has influence at that company. And that person can be a partner, it can be a principal, it could be a manager, senior manager. Anyone in the upper management is someone who will have influence and who can hopefully play a role in you making it to the next round or in ultimately getting that job. So you want to make sure that you build relationships with these people through your conversations, but when you do talk to them, you want to make sure that you have your 30-second elevator speech ready, that you show how you will add value, and that you're able to clearly communicate why you'd be a good fit for that role and why they should hire you. Tip number 5 is to follow up more than once. So firstly, you want to make sure that you always follow up. Always follow up after an interview, whether it be a job interview, an informational interview, after meeting someone at a networking event, a career fair. Just always follow up with the professional because that's how they're going to remember you and that's how you're going to develop that relationship. But after you follow up that first time, and if they haven't gotten back to you after a week or 2, then that is when you want to follow up a second time. And don't be afraid, just go ahead, be aggressive, and send that message and show that you are eager to connect with that person and learn more. You want to be persistent and you want to show that you are genuinely interested in that role and that company. But at the same time, you want to make sure that you also don't bombard them with messages and emails. If they don't get back to you after 2 or 3 follow-ups, then maybe that is a sign that you should just leave it aside and maybe connect with another professional or the recruiter. And in regards to following up, I think it also looks really good on you if you can respond promptly. Try to respond no later than 24 hours, and as soon as you receive that email, read it, think about your response, and then send that email right back. Don't take time, don't waste time. It just shows that you're ready and eager to learn, connect with people, and get that job. Tip number 6 is to use LinkedIn for visibility and credibility. So throughout your entire recruiting process, you want to work on building your personal brand and your reputation. And one really great way to do that is through LinkedIn by strategically using content to start conversations or show that you are knowledgeable or an expert in a particular field or industry. Your content can vary by sharing either an article that you wrote or sharing an article from a reputable source or by even commenting on other people's posts. You can also build credibility on LinkedIn by having previous managers, colleagues, or clients leave a recommendation or endorsement on your LinkedIn profile. You not only want to talk about your skills and qualifications, but you also want to make sure that you can show it. And on the topic of social media, another thing that you should do is to clean up and polish up your social media presence. So take the time to Google your name or to look through your public profiles and make sure that there isn't anything that you wouldn't want someone to see. Tip number 7 is to build a strong skill set. Almost all candidates will have some sort of experience and will be working towards a degree just like you. And so one really great way to stand out is by participating in online trainings, webinars, and certification programs. Especially right now during COVID-19, there are so many opportunities online to gain a new skill. There are also so many different types of trainings and certifications that you can get. So I recommend reaching out to a professional who works at your target company and asking them what skills or what trainings would be useful and advantageous to have. And aside from online learning, you can also pick up a book to learn more about that industry or topic. Overall, it just looks really good on you if you can show that you are a curious individual, that you want to learn, and that you take the time to upskill yourself. Tip number 8 is to always say thank you. Whether it's a job interview or an informational interview, always take the time to send an email or a LinkedIn message to thank the individual for the time and for the knowledge that they shared with you. And in that message, be sure to reference an interesting or memorable part of your conversation just to show that you were engaged, and hopefully you can leave an impression on that individual. Even if you receive a rejection from that company, make sure to say thank you. Usually when candidates don't hear back or if they don't make it to the first round, they usually don't bother responding or saying thank you. But even if that happens to you, still send a message to the recruiter and thank them for reviewing your application and let them know that you are still interested in that company and that you look forward to applying again in the future. Saying thank you can go a really long way, and people often remember those messages, so just make sure to always say thank you. Tip number 9 is to just be yourself. Keep in mind that standing out during your job search doesn't mean to be someone who you're not. During your recruiting process, you want to make sure that you always express your true self, because ideally you want to find a company who's going to be a true fit for who you are as an individual. Always remember that you should be able to stand out by simply being who you are. So just stay calm, be confident, work hard, and just do your best. Alright, so that is all that I have for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed these 9 ways as to how you can stand out during your job search. If you guys have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And if you guys want to watch more videos that revolve around my post-grad life and any college advice, then make sure to click that subscribe button and also hit that bell button to receive notifications next time I post a new video. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys for watching.